do it.
So let's say you're in the situation and the whole place is, you know, doing this and singing the song and everything. Should you say, stop, I refuse?
Well,
I refuse to dance to this music.
If you're uncomfortable doing that, at the very least, you don't have to do that, right? You can just kind of be a conscientious dissenter.
Pro tip for any politician running for office: if you're not a really good dancer, you probably should just maybe sway a little, you know. I mean, don't eat anything on a stick.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, be very careful about the hats you wear, and don't sing or dance unless you really know how to.
It's the ones that think they're a good dancer, though, that are that bad. That's the problem. It's all in your head.
Like me, I'm a terrible dancer. I don't dance any place. I'm terrible. I'm the white girl.
Are you like Elaine from
Exactly, but worse, but exponentially.
Doesn't matter how many drinks you've had. Like,
no, I'm the worst. I mean, duck and cover, you guys. Start running out of here if I start dancing. All of it. Terrible.
This is Bill de Blasio, like 6'5", man. He can't even hide.
I believe I can. He's got wingspan. I think they should have played "Fly Me to the Moon." Now that one he would have understood. Coming up, The Bachelor is here live tomorrow, and we're going to talk about what happened last night. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So Colton, the Virgin Bachelor, will be here live tomorrow. We'll see if he's still a virgin by this time tomorrow. So last night, he threw all the rules of the show out the window when he sent the top 2 finalists packing to go after Cassie, the woman who dumped him. Yes. But host Chris Harrison said he may want to face facts. Watch.
What if the bottom line is she's just not that into you?
I think, I feel like I have a pretty good gut instinct, and I feel like I could read people pretty well, and I think she loves me. I think she's scared to admit that.
First question tomorrow, can you take a hint?
She may be here, though. We don't know. It says on our list says Colton and TBD, so we don't know.
She may be showing up.
We don't know, because the 2-hour finale is. Of course, I'm the only one on the show that watches.
Oh, I didn't even see that on our list.
It's the finale tonight, and he's already said goodbye to the other 2 girls because clearly when he jumped that fence, he was like, my heart is only with Cassie.
Yeah.
And we are waiting to see if she is going to return the favor and give him another chance. So be on the edge of your seat, people.
Can I say the story? So Abby, as you can see, is super fan of The Bachelor. The rest of us, not so much. Joy and I completely on a different planet. So when she said Colton was a virgin, Joy literally thought, what? John Bolton is a virgin? And I said, you know, that makes a lot of sense.
My hearing's a little off.
Children. Well, I was saying, because Scottsdale's in the house, we got some people from Scottsdale, when Ari went on the show and desecrated our state's reputation by dumping a woman on live television. Yeah, I'm still angry about that, Ari. By the way, ever since, remember he came on here and was holding hands with the lady? And I can't stand him. And ever since, and I made our state look bad. Like, all men from Scottsdale are bad. So ever since that happened, I've kind of been done with The Bachelor. And Colton, though, I was talking to my 21-year-old niece, Rebecca, last night, who's obsessed with the show as well. Colton follows me on Twitter. And I don't really know why, because he doesn't follow a lot of people on
we're going to have to clear this up.
So all of a sudden, I'm a big fan of Colton's, and thank you for following me on Twitter, and I'm really excited to hear what he has to say.
But when does a Lothario become a stalker? That's the question.
Yeah, because he's almost stalking.
I took an adjacent lane in that one, sorry.
That's right.
I felt sorry for him when the guy says, you know, maybe she's just not into you. I don't know. That seemed.
It's the question we all wanted to know, though.
Yeah. It's not sad.
Because she said
it's like, get with the program. Wake up.
Really?
I don't know.
No, I will say.
And her father doesn't like you either.
But now well, that's the thing. It's almost crossed over into stalker-esque a little bit. Like,
he's coming
in
tomorrow. That'll be nice.
Right?
I'll be nice. Don't worry, Cole.
By the way,
he was climbing a wall last week.
Oh, no, he jumped the wall.
He jumped the wall.
Because she dumped him.
He was so angry because she said she had doubts and she couldn't do it anymore. What I will say is defend. She had doubts.
I can't.
She had doubts. And by the way, he may clarify.
And the father wouldn't give permission,
Bolton
right?
has gout. That's what I'm hearing. John Bolton.
It's not John Bolton.
Sorry.
To clarify, he may be here. All it says is TBD, but we're also told he may be here by himself. So we literally know nothing. If anyone's trying to find out, it's me.
By our list, Abby, you exposed yourself.
But I will say, I realized that I needed to marry my husband when I told him we needed a break, because it was in that moment, and that's when she told him, I can't do this, when he said that he realized in his heart that's the woman that he loved.
When you dumped him, you realized?
When I said we need a break, I felt like I was going to die. The thought of him not being in my life was the worst feeling ever. Oh, no, it's true. And that's when I realized I need to be with this man for the rest of my life.
You know what? Tomorrow when this virgin comes here, I'm going to give him a dose of a little psychotherapy.
Don't scare the man. Don't scare the man.
Come tomorrow, Colton. We'll help you.
Don't you feel sorry for the virgin?
I'm excited for him.
Yes, I do.
No, he's about to experience like the best moment of his life.
I'm excited for losing your V card.
I feel sorry.
The best experience of your life.
Okay, I gotta go. We'll be right back.
That was Joy's favorite.
Sprouse is creating fireworks on the big screen with Haley Lou Richardson in the powerful romantic new movie that puts a new twist on forbidden love called 5 Feet Apart. Please welcome Cole Sprouse and Haley Lou Richardson.
Everybody.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Unless I'm invited.
And we didn't get because, you know, she's pregnant and I'm fat. We don't have mobility on these chairs.
But Haley, I'm so sorry. We were talking about The Bachelor. I didn't realize that we might have spoiled last night for you.
Yeah, I was back there like this. But I did, I heard said goodbye to the 2 other women, and apologies. I was really sad because I really liked
I guess it wasn't true love.
No. Surprise. Cool. Well, you guys are both busy. Cole, you are incredibly busy. You also play Judge Head on Riverdale. People love you on that show. But I know you from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody with your twin brother, Dylan.
I don't even know which one I am.
You mean there's 2 of you?
Yeah, so he's a twin brother. I need just quickly some advice. Pregnant with twins. How much do you love being a What tips can you give me, any?
No, after a certain point, they just kind of raise themselves. Please, 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 please do not be the mother that dresses them the same.
Okay, that's
please.
good.
Did you
On behalf of twins everywhere, yes. It was part of our routine for the longest
time. Do you mean you're your own person?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, but yes. No, yeah, please don't dress them the same.
Which one's that one?
I don't know.
A little scrawnier?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's young Guy Fieri on the right over there.
Young Guy Fieri.
So until what age were you dressing the same? Like, did she stop at the time you hit 22?
Yeah. No, when we went to college, we finally stopped. No, it was like overalls and sailor outfits for far too long. See, that kind of empathy is the problem.
At least it's a boy and a girl, so I have a little.
Okay, yeah.
Abby's corny as hell. She's definitely going to do it. Definitely going to do it. But Haley,
you can't not. What's the point of having twins?
That's the fun.
Yeah. Haley, we have the most important thing in common.
I mean, how can you not? You're going to have twins. How do you not? Sorry.
Well, yeah. Well, I agree. She's going to do it anyway. She's not going to take your advice. I'm sorry. But we have the most important thing in common of all things. We're both from Phoenix.
Arizona.
Right? Ride hard for Arizona. What is your favorite thing about being from Arizona? And I asked to ask this question.
I love Arizona.
Thank you.
Because Arizona is so cool and it looks like Mars.
Yes, it does.
Sedona is the coolest place in the world.
Yes, it is.
And actually, you feel like a Martian when you're there. Because
yes, you do.
It looks like Mars.
Thank you for answering that question for me. I just always want some people from Arizona to know that we love and respect them.
Yeah.
All right, Haley, so you posted the cutest picture of you and your fiancé, Brett, but you follow it up with 2 more pictures, and we're showing them because we need to understand what's happening there.
Yes.
So that's 1 picture. That's 2 pictures.
Yes.
Who was that? Her fiancé?
Yeah.
That's some pretty impressive suction.
I think he's only with me because of my cheeks. For real. I mean, like, he loves cheeks. He used to have one of those, like, dogs, you know, what is it called? A French Mastiff or something? With, like, the saggy cheeks. And he would do that to his dog. And then he said when he saw me, I reminded him of his dog.
That's a lot of fun.
That is so romantic.
Isn't it first sight? Yeah.
And you got engaged to him. You guys got engaged last year, but you flipped the roles. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I asked him to marry me. Yeah, and I didn't do it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be like this cool woman and like ask the guy. I didn't really plan it. I just like, it was this out of body
What did you say? Exactly.
Well, I said, do you want to marry me? But it was the place that we were at, what we were doing that was just bizarre. It wasn't like, again, it wasn't like a romantic,
So
not really romantic. We were at this strip mall, by our house, this outdoor strip mall, and he was eating pizza and reenacting some very bizarre Shia LaBeouf interview. He's a bizarre guy, whatever, and very talented. But, and I just looked at him and asked him if he wanted to marry me.
Did you have a ring?
No, but we did tie supple twigs from a bush nearby around our ring fingers, and we have them saved, and then now my ring is engraved like a twig.
Yeah. Sweet. See?
All right, let's see. I like that.
It's really simple, but it's a twig.
I look at her nails.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I have Indians on my fingers.
Well, you two you star in a new film, which I saw, 5 Feet Apart. PSA for the audience. It's a beautiful movie, but it is also an ugly cry movie. Tell everyone what it's about.
Oh,
because I ugly cried.
It's about 2 young patients with cystic fibrosis. And cystic fibrosis is a disease that requires you to stay at least 6 feet apart from other people with cystic fibrosis. And by the nature of the kind of opposites attract, the 2 fall in love with one another and end up kind of being the perfect people for each other at that period of time. It's ultimately a story about star-crossed lovers and a set of rules that they live within. But one of our mission statements was to really bring an awareness and representation to the cystic fibrosis community. So it's really
an amazing movie. And the ugly cry. We have a clip. Let's take a look.
Do you guys do comedy also? Do you do comedy also? Because that's a sad story, but you guys, you're naturally both very funny.
We are?
It's sad, but it's like a very sweet love story, though.
But it's a sad story. I mean, I'm just wondering if you do comedy. But
well, I mean, on set, we had to remain as respectful and professional as possible, so a kind of levity wasn't with us at all points, just to stay in that emotional context. But
but it was at times, because when things are so heavy, you kind of have to like, it's the natural thing, which is how it is with people with CF. Like, they're first of all, they're kids first and people first. They're not defined by CF. And then I think the fun times we had filming the movie that are reflected in the movie, like, make them look like actual just teenagers, which is
and the other sad thing that I will bring up is that Luke Perry, your co-star at Riverdale, passed away at 52 last week, and I heard that the show is doing something to honor him. What is that?
Well, I can't go too much into the spoilers of it, but we do have something planned narratively, but we've dedicated some of the episodes to him, and I'm sure that you guys had met him at one point.
Yeah. We did. He's been on the show. He was a very sweet, adorable guy.
Oh, very well loved. I mean, the whole world is mourning his passing, but he was one of those guys that would rather have us all laughing about his great stories than mourning for too long, but out of respect for the privacy of his family, you know.
Okay.
Will you guys come back? We adore you. And so do all the young women that showed up today. Our thanks to Richardson and Sprouse. See them both in 5 Feet Apart in theaters on Friday. We will be right back.
Haven't seen Green Book, which took home 3 Oscars this year, including Best Picture. It's available on all formats starting today, and members of our audience are taking home a DVD. Have a great day, everyone, and take a little time to enjoy the view.